My grandparents fled the Holocaust, and they were on one of the last boats out of Poland, and one of the only countries that was accepting Jews at the time was Cuba. And my father was born and raised in Cuba and lived there through his childhood all the way up until Batista was overthrown by Castro. And so obviously that had a profound effect on his life and many people's lives. And I always had this yearning to go and see that country for myself. Cuba is it's a bit of a hologram, I think. There's a Cuba that the government would like us to believe. There's a Cuba that people are still kind of chasing after, trying to go after those old ghosts from the 1950s, but they're long gone. Almost like a Disney World type of situation, which is what I think probably north of 90% of people experience when they go there. It's only when you break out of those controlled areas that you see the real face of degradation and the real face of Havana. It's a lot more honest. It's very, very raw, and it strikes a chord, no question about it. It was a really cool block of time when Studio 54 was having its heyday. Everybody knew that story, and everyone's already kind of seen it, or they get a pretty good idea of what that experience was about. But there was the inverse of that, and the inverse of that were for all of the cool kids that didn't want to have anything to do with the Studio 54s of the world, and they went to a place called the Mud Club. You had Basquiat, you had Warhol, and people of the moment, and they all kind of slammed into this one space and created this authentic moment in time. And we wanted to bring that back. We started the process of building a fragrance to celebrate the essence of Mud Club. That's what we've been working on. What I find so fascinating about scent is that it really enables someone to transcend time. And you can be in 2013 Soho, New York City, and in a moment you can escape and you can be so far away, either in a new foreign land or in a familiar place that you have not visited in many, many decades, and it will literally bring you right back to that experience. And we watch people have those moments quite often here. I think out of all the products in the universe, this is really where there is indeed that magic in a bottle, and so many companies and so much marketing is spent on creating this magic, and most of it doesn't exist, and I think in fragrance it can if it's done well.